All right. Hi. Thank you for coming by my site. My name is Tori Christman. I go by Tori Magoo 44 on YouTube and TikTok, both. And I think I'm Tori Magoo on Instagram. Anyway, hi. Today is May 14th, 2025. And it's a beautiful day here. I don't know how it is where you are, but hopefully it is springtime and it's coming about. It's wonderful to have spring here. It feels really good. Hey, Lauren. Hi. Thank you for coming by. I like I like your flower. It's cool. She has a little flower for next to her name. Nice. So, Finistupper. All right. It's wet where you are. Okay. Hi, love it. Thank you for coming by. Hi, Lauren. I love your hearts. I'm sorry it's wet where you are, but although that's good for the plants and the trees and even where you live, like we've gone through these huge fires here. And obviously, if it had been wet, we wouldn't have had as bad a time. So it's a good thing, even if it's kind of a drag for people unless you love being out in the rain, which some people do. Hi, Angel. Some people like being out in the rain. I like it sometimes, but not too much. I love sunshine. I'm a sunshine girl. Hi, John. Hello. Thank you for coming by, each one of you. How are you? I am doing very well. There you go. That's it. That's my day. John. Hello, Tori. Hi. So I'm trying to think. Today's been kind of a wild day in many different ways, and hopefully for you guys, it's been good too. It's been wild in a good way. Yeah. So, um, hi, Lynette. Ooh, that's pretty too. I love all the different things that people come up with that they have next to their names or their nicknames. Some of them are really very interesting. So, tonight, I'm basically going to be talking about abusive people and Scientology and why do people stay? You think, I don't know if any of you have ever been in an abusive relationship, but it's tricky. I was in one after I left Scientology, actually, believe it or not. I got snagged in by a guy on the internet. And luckily, someone in New Zealand, believe it or not Sophie, but someone else wrote to me and she said, you are way out of your league. This person is abusive. And she said, this person is a narc. And I said, he's not a narcotics drug dealer. He's a dentist. And she said, no, not a narc like that. I'm talking about a narcissist. And she said, this guy's a narcissist and you don't know it. And he's really creepy. And I'm going to send you some videos on narcissism. And she did, by some doctors that were specialists in it. And boy, it was educational. Wow, it really was. For me, it was amazing. But anyway, it's tricky with abusive people because when they're creepy, they're awful. Do you have any stories about Joy Villa? I don't. I don't, unless I know one Joy, but I'm not sure if it's her. I have to check and see. I know she just left, I think, right? Great that she warned you. I know, it was fantastic. I mean, it was fantastic. It really was. I mean, to have someone from New Zealand that I didn't even know follow the whole thing and go, whoa, 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 whoa. This is way out of your category. Hi, Simon Bolivar. And hi, Dawn. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, nice. So I was out of my league. I really was. And the doctors in the video, because it turned out he was also an alcoholic. He was a narcissist and an alcoholic. And they said at the end of the video, if you're with a narcissist who is an alcoholic, Be very careful because they can come after you and kill you. It is not beyond them. And this guy always carried a gun all the time, little gun, little small one. But even when he was doing dental work, he was always with a gun. And I thought, it's not impossible for him to get drunk and come and kill me. So I spent about a year just slowly walking out of that relationship, very, very slowly, very gently. I divorced one. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, Krista. And it's wonderful to get out of it because when you're in it, it's kind of weird because when it's good, it's good. And when it's icky, it's not good. I finally caught you're live. Good. This, if you divorce one, that's really good. So Scientology has their own abusive just by their mind control, which is covert mind control. So you don't know it. People, I've realized doing TikTok, I now have one video. It's a 1-minute video and it has 2.9 million views on it. But it's about young people in Scientology going after young people, trying to trap them and people from other countries. Why do they do that? Well, young people, because when you're young, you're very innocent and you'll try anything. And other countries is because they've already gone through America and we're all like, no, we're done. No, thank you. And so they're going to other countries and after people that speak more than one language. Krista, I beat you. I divorced too. All right, Dawn, good for you. Good for you. Well, at least you got in them and you got out of them. That's the thing. I don't feel, like even with Scientology, I feel like I learned a lot from it. I really did. I didn't learn everything. I'll never say that, but I learned a lot and it helped me. And I got stronger because of it. I really did. Because you have to. When you're around someone that's abusive, you have to get stronger. You get stronger or you cave in. Both were Scientologists. Interesting. Yeah, they can be really abusive. Oh, my Dawn. Once was enough for me. I'm sure once was enough for her too, but it's tricky. I mean, I worry about, we have a friend on the internet who is with someone that she says is abusive, and she made a video about it and said, if I get back with them, come help me. And she's back with them now. And it's tricky because, love is one of those things where, hi, 49ers for life. Welcome. Hello, room. I just subbed to Joy Villa. In her 2-hour video today, she tells her story of leaving. Good. I'll have to check it out. I don't know if it's the same person or not. I'm not going to say anything until I do know. I know it's Joy, but I don't know if it's Joy Villa. I think it might be, but I'm not sure. But anyway, whoever it is, I'm happy they're out. I really am. It's a wonderful thing to be free from that kind of abuse, because mind control is a very tricky thing. It's like you don't know it. People can try to tell you that it's abusive, but they're being so nice. It's like, oh, come on. I mean, we sit around and talk about it all the time. Not all the time, but I mean, when we talk about Scientology, if it comes up, inevitably we're like, how could Harold Bazazian still stay in Scientology when he's OT8 and knew it didn't work? And he never told me it didn't work. I could see that he knew it didn't work because he was a mess. That was my ex-husband. I just started watching the Joy Villa video too. Cool. Well, good. I'll watch it after this. It sounds like it's always good to hear new people out. It's always wonderful to hear that they're free and what happened and what helped them wake up. But a big part for me that I think on abusive people and why they stay is they stay in that Truman Show. That's why I call it the Truman Show. It's like they're surrounded by people that go, this is great, this is great, this is great, or this person is great, stay with them. And it's like they're not. But nobody says, no, they're not. Like that. That's why it was so great that girl in New Zealand said, you're way out of your category. And I'll always thank her for that. Hello, 49ers for life. Joy Villa leaving CFS. Oh, thank you. Can you send me that? Love it. I'd appreciate it. I really appreciate it when you send me the links. It really helps. I watched the ones you sent me yesterday. They were really good. Really good. But it does help if you know someone who's being okay, thank you. If you know someone who's being abused, I mean, it's tricky to do, but I did it. I mean, this was a different thing, but it was weight. And I was really worried about Andreas before he got really, really big. And I said, Andreas, I've got to talk to you. He came to America, and I said, I dearly love you, and you're a dear, dear friend of mine. But you have gotten very, very big, and big men everybody likes, but you're getting to a point of unhealthy big. And I know your family won't tell you because they love you. And the people that work for you aren't going to tell you because they don't want to get fired. And your friends aren't going to tell you. But I'm going to tell you because you really need to do something about it. And you know what? He did. And he lost at least 100 pounds. It was really great. And so it felt really good. I mean, he didn't talk to me for a while. Hi, Sophie. He didn't talk to me for a while. I'm telling them about these abuse. We're talking about abuse. And I was saying that I was with an abusive person, and someone in New Zealand, my other friend in New Zealand, actually sent me a message giving me a heads up that this person was a narcissist. And she sent me videos from doctors, educating me on what is a narcissist, because I really didn't know. I joined the Sea Org in New York to get away from my first husband in Philly. Ah, that's unbelievable. One to the other. Well, I'm glad you're out of both of them. I'm glad all of you are away from that, because and if you're in Scientology and you hear this, because a lot of people lurk, you can always leave. Just walk away, open the door, and the way out's the nearest door. It really is. Just open it up, walk out. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing. They can yell at you. They can tell you you have to do X, Y, and Z. You owe them all this money, blah, blah, blah. None of that is true. Their contracts are all illegal, and you have every right to just walk out the door. So there you go. That's my thing. I'm always going to remind people, because you never know who's listening, and they might think, I think I am going to walk out the door tonight. Go. Just take what you want. Don't, because you're not going back. And don't leave something, because then you'll have to go back and get it. The Elk of Antioch. All right. My fiance was abusive. I traveled 2,000 miles west and never had a serious relationship again. Marriage to me is just legal abuse, like serfdom and slavery. Wow, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that, the Elk of Antioch. My fiance. So you never really got married. I traveled 2,000 miles west and never had a serious relationship again. Wow. That's heavy. That really is. Marriage to me is like legal abuse, like serfdom and slavery. Well, it isn't for everyone. That's for sure. I was happily married for 26 years, but I don't think I'd get married again. No, never married, never will. Yeah, that's kind of how I was married. I'll never say I never was, but I won't again. If I wanted to be with someone, I'd just be with them. Because I kind of agree with Whoopi, who feels like it's just a legal government contract that you have to spend time getting out of if you want to get away from the person. And that's sort of stupid. So there you go. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it. But it's surprising how many people have been with abusive people. And it's surprising how many people stay with abusive people for a long, long time. I mean, look at me with Scientology, 30 years. Now, why did I stay? A lot of it was because the people, a lot of the people in the triangle, it's like a triangle, and a lot of the people that are in it are good people and they're nice. And I really liked them a lot. And leaving meant I leave those people, including my husband. And I just, it was very, very hard for me for that reason, because I really loved all my friends. Now, when Andreas said to me, what kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you change your mind? I mean, that was like a game changer for me. I realized, oh my God, he's right. They're not really my friends. They're only my friends as long as I'm in the Truman Show. If I leave, that's it. And that's exactly what happened. I ran into my very best friend after I left and came back, and her daughter was with her, and her daughter went like this, like, Dory. And then she remembered and she turned around, whispered to her mom that I was out of the church, and her mother just gave me this filthy look, never talked to me again, and now she's dead. There you go. That's Scientology. A lot of people die in Scientology. So if you're in Scientology and you want to stay alive, get out. Abusive cycles can be so hard to break. Yeah, they can. They really can. And especially if you're in one with a group, because the people are nice and you like the people. And if you leave, you're going to lose all the people. And Andrea's saying that was a brilliant comment. What kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you change your mind? I mean, wow, that was such a mind-blowing statement for me. Does it matter to you? Not to me. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. I've been wondering how you've been. I haven't talked to you in a few days. Danny, hi. Hello, Rib Guy. Long time no talk. Yeah. He's doing well as far as I know. I think so. I love that quote from Andreas. Me too. What kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you change your mind? Hey, Danny. And the other one that Andreas said, which was in the beginning when I was talking to him, I said, why do you have up all this stuff about my religion? And he wrote me and he said, I believe in truth. I believe in looking at both sides, and I have the courage to say what I think. I don't think Scientologists are bad. I just think they're misinformed. And I thought, oh my God. This is like the devil of the universe. And he's saying, I don't think Scientologists are bad. They're just misinformed. And he said, I suggest you start reading. And I had never read anything negative about Scientology. So I looked on the internet for the first time, and Mary Tabayoyan had a thing, ladies, if you're thinking of joining the Sea Org, read this. And I read it, and it was all about enforced abortions, which I didn't know about. I didn't know they were doing that. And I sat in my dining room where my computer was, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried for, I think, 2 or 3 hours. I couldn't stop crying. And I didn't know what to do. Who am I going to call? I can't call Scientologists. And so I wrote Andreas, and I said, I really don't know what to do. Thank you. Does it matter to you, not to me? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I really do. He gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. There you go. Thank you very much. So now I forgot where I was. That was very sweet. Rib guy. What was I saying? 5 memberships. That's good. I like that. Thank you very much. Does anybody remember what I was talking about? I was talking about something in a minute. Does it matter? Thank you for supporting Tori. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Does it matter? Not to you, not to me. I know. It's really, he's a good guy. Crying about forced abortions. Okay, thank you, love it. So I couldn't stop crying. So I wrote to Andreas and I said, I can't stop crying. I don't know what to do. I didn't know they did this. I'm just like, if I leave, I'm going to lose my husband of 26 years, every friend I have. I don't know if my soul can take it. And he wrote me back and he said, I'm crying reading your email, but I've got to ask you this one question. What kind of friends could those be if they're going to leave you because you change your mind? And that was it. It was like the whole thing just blew apart. That was it. It was done. I was done. I knew it. I didn't see Joey Villa leaving Scientology. What a pleasant surprise. I don't know who Joey Villa is either. I'll have to see these guys. Ah, that's good. Really nice. Thank you very much. A kind soul. Ah, there you go. So, Danny, how have you been? And I won't say where you are, but are you loving it? It's very nice where you are, I think. And does it matter? Said, oh, what happened? What did I miss there? Yeah. Thank you, Lovett, for reminding me. I didn't see Joy Villa. I think this is Joy Villa. I don't know who is Joey her husband. Still married to my sweetheart for 47 years. We left the Sea Org together. Ah, that's so great. That is so great to hear. I love that. Yeah, Joy. That's what I thought. Hi there. Danny, are you following me? Hi, Tori in chat. Hey, June. Good to see you. Thank you for all your purple hearts and I think peace signs. That's right. Nice to hear Simon Boulevard. Simon Beautiful. What did Simon Boulevard say? Okay, comment. Oh, yeah, that he's married for 47 years. That is wonderful. Congratulations. That is fantastic. And I bet you guys are happy. Hi, Gina. Rib Guy is bullying me. I'm just kidding. We're doing so good. That's so good. I'm good. I'm glad to hear that, Danny. Does it matter to you, not to me? Congrats, Simon. That's rare within the cat's walls. Yeah, it is. It is. 47 years is a long time. I mean, I thought 26 years was a long time, but 47 is really long. That's good. It's very good. Please make sure you hit the like button also, because it's moving things up. I mean, I'm telling you, YouTube and TikTok together are nailing Scientology. Scientology is, the neat thing is it's not going to go away. You know, it's like they thought way back when I was opening those phony accounts that they were going to handle the internet and basically get rid of everybody. Didn't work, did it? I mean, it not only didn't work, it's like triples every day. You know, it's like they do more stuff and more people come on. Now, outside the testing center, there are kids there every day from TikTok. And they're filming it and making fun of it. And Scientology is being Scientology, typical. Congratulations, Simon. Yeah. Does it matter to you, not to me? W. Hi, Sieglin. I know, it's good to have Rib Guy here. I wish you'd come back down, though, Rib Guy. I think you should come back down and visit. I think that'd be a good idea. I could take you on the Magoo tour. Tori, does Scientology have cemeteries? Hell no. They barely even acknowledge when somebody dies. It's one of the things that helped me wake up, because people would die and they just sweep them under the rug. It's like nothing. The Elk of Antioch. When I hear the Headleys swap stories and joke together, I think a rare good thing about Sea Org is the Headleys meeting each other and having each other to joke with. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, all of us who are old friends from years back in Scientology get together to this day, and we're good friends. We really are. There's a certain connection there that, I think it's like people when they're in the Army or the Navy together, it's like they just have an instant connection. 49ers for life. Danny, it's good to see you leave the cult leader. I have a feeling I know who that is. I was just talking about someone about that. Okay, what were you talking to him about? Come on, does it matter to you, not to me? Tell us. What were you just talking about? Because there's only about 15 subjects here, so which one are you talking about? Come on, let's hear it. I was just talking to someone about that. Well, that's kind of general. That doesn't tell me much. Well, today is May 14th. I'm trying to think. May 14th. Another month almost. It'll be my birthday. And I'll be 78. Oh my God. Unbelievable. I was just talking with someone about that. Okay, comment. We left the Sea Org and Scientology 46 years ago. We've had no Scientology in our lives since. Good for you. It's wonderful. It's really great. Visiting LA. Oh, good. So maybe you'll come? I hope you do. It will probably be in July. Why would you come in July? It'd be boiling hot in July. Nah, come now or come in like October. That's what I think, because it'll be cooler. How did you celebrate Dianetics Day this year, Magoo? I went on TikTok, believe it or not, made a 1-minute video, and it has today, it's the 5th, today's the 14th. Today it has 2.9 million views on it. That's on one-minute video that I made. Basically telling kids, don't get in it. Scientology's after you. And telling people from other countries, watch out. They're after people from other countries. And man, that thing flew. And it's still flying. I mean, it went viral. And I've heard that viral, but I didn't really know what that meant until it happened. So that was my May 5th celebration. Unstoppable SP. Hi. Thank you for coming by. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. Had a call. Famous last words. Aloha, mi amigos. Hi, Tori and friends. Hi, Martha Simmons. Thank you for coming by. It's good to see you as always. We're talking about abusive people and why do people stay with abusive people, including Scientology. A lot of it is Scientology, I have to say, is covert mind control. So that's a big part of it, where you don't know they're running this stuff on you, but they are. And they're tricking you, and you don't know it. And so you keep staying, thinking it's on your determinism. No, it isn't. It's on their determinism. What, Sophie? Can you link it here? What did Sophie say? Martha Simmons, good to see you, love. Can you link it here? What is she going to link? What did I miss? Sophie. No, they don't have cemeteries. That's funny. That's a good question, though. I don't see what Sophie said. Yeah, Sophie, I'm just saying what? What did she say? I don't know. Elko Vandiak. Oh, Tori, you're the next Dylan Mulvaney. You will do to Scientology what he did. Ooh, wait, somebody. No, wait, I lost it. She Palama. You will do to Scientology what he did to Bud Light. What did he do to Bud Light? I don't know that story at all. You've got to tell me, Elka Vantiak. But hopefully it's wipe him out. I mean, Bud Light is still rocking, so I don't think so. Martha Simmons, I stayed with an abusive boyfriend because I didn't have the confidence and self-esteem to be on my own by myself. But here you are now, right? You're not still with him, so good for you. Somehow you got away. Her TikTok short. Oh, okay. Okay. So Sophie's got a TikTok short. All right. I didn't know that. I don't have TikTok. That's what I thought. Me either. You knuckleheads. I know I didn't either. Andrew was the one who got me to go see Jessica Palmadessa on TikTok. And I was like, you know I don't do TikTok. But he said, Tori, I know you. Go type it in. And I laughed my ass off. I was like, oh my God, she is so ahead of them. And the kids now, the live streaming is just so fantastic. There's nothing they can do. It's so great. And she was a riot. She just kept making jokes about him. And then Will was there going, don't go in. It's a cult. It's a cult. So the two of them were perfect combination. But I recommend downloading TikTok just to at least, kind of support the people exposing Scientology. Hi, Tori, again from the Netherlands. Hey, Peter. Peter and Marga Van Essen. Now, is that two different people, or is that your whole name is Peter and Varga and Marga? Is that Peter and Marga, or is that Peter and Marga? Hi, Tori. Glad to see you live. I have a question. I see security phone on phones when Streets goes live. I see security on phones when Streets goes live on TikTok. Are those working phones or fake decoys? Like I would know? I have no idea. Remember when I escaped out in 2000, we only just had little flip phones that were security phones for if there was an emergency. No one had phones, so I don't know if they're real phones or decoys. I really don't. Martha says, I don't do TikTok. It's a Chinese data mining company. They don't believe in free speech. All right, fair enough. To me, the more I can educate someone, the faster, the better. Dylan was the biggest TikToker to come out of COVID. He was trans, and when Bud Light hired him as a spokesperson, Bud Light sales dropped 25%. Wow. That's unbelievable. Because he was trans, they dropped the sales. That's incredible. My name is Marga. Peter is my husband. Okay, so it's Peter and Marga. Okay, that's what I thought. It's the two of you. Okay, good. Hi. Thank you for explaining that. Because I never knew if that was his long name or if it was the two of you. So good. I'm glad we got that ironed out. And you guys are from where? Marga. Where are you guys from? And Elk of Antioch, I know you're from the Elk of Antioch, but can you tell us where that is? Where you're located or not? I like to find out where people are. It helps me kind of. The Netherlands. I knew you were from the Netherlands. That's so great. I love the Netherlands. I fell in love with Norway going over there to meet Andreas. And it's deeply beautiful. They're from the Netherlands. You're right, Simon. Cool. Well, enjoy it. It's the Netherlands and Monterey, California. To me, I always tease Victoria Berry, I always tease her and say, you guys are going to go to heaven and you're going to walk in and go, this is it? And I think it's the same for Norway and the Netherlands. This is it? Okay. Tori's TikTok. All right. Thank you. Thank you for putting that up. Love it. Old Antioch in the Holy Land. Ooh, nice. Sweet. So isn't it nice that we're all out of these abusive relationships and abusive Scientology? And anybody who's thinking about joining Scientology, don't. It is very tricky. It's very sneaky. You don't really know what they're doing, and you think you're doing right. They very early on cut off your ability to communicate with each other, which everyone always says now. Of course, I would never do that. Well, we would never do that either if we knew it. But there was no internet when we got in. At least me, there was no internet. And so there was no way to find out these kind of secrets that now the average person knows and goes, well, I'm not going to do that. But you know what? People do still join. So don't get suckered into it, because they are good at what they do. Very good at what they do. And they're after mostly Latinas, and African Americans, or anybody from another country. Those are their big things. So and all of you guys can warn them too. I mean, my favorite thing that I love to do is warning the kids, because if you can save a kid, that's a whole lifetime that now they're free. And I'm trying to find my cards, but I can't. But I always say to them, your life is in danger. Here's my card, and I hand them my card, and they go, from what? And I go, Scientology. You're like 15 minutes away from it. And they go, really? I've always wondered about it. I saw those things from Leah Remini, but I just can't believe that's true. And I go, it is true. I know a lot of those kids. It is definitely true. Hi, David Jenkins and Wesley McVeigh. I've just seen Joy Villa's story. If you haven't seen it, it was a good video. I will definitely watch it when I get off. I'm going to do this for a little bit more, and then I'm going to hang up and go see Joy Villa. The Elk of Antioch. Someone should volunteer to make Tori some channel exclusive emojis like a princess of Western TGAC. Oh, that's cool. That would be cool. Martha, that's interesting. New Zealand was named by Dutch settlers, hence the name. Really? Wow, that's cool. I would, but I don't know how. I think you said that. But thank you for the idea. I like the idea. All right, here's a comment from Simon. Hey, chatters and lurkers. I will repeat the YouTube instructions. Like, subscribe, share, set notifications to all. Thank you. I appreciate that. I caught part of Joy Villa's video live this morning, fell asleep with earbuds, and woke up hearing it. That used to happen to me with a couple of people that used to call me, and they'd talk forever, and I'd fall asleep. I'd wake up in the morning, the phone would be going, Enjoy a glass of wine and watch the Joy Villa video. I don't drink wine, but thank you, 49ers for Life. I'll listen to it and drink my bubbly water, which is what I enjoy. Doesn't matter to you, not to me. Or a beer. I do have a beer in my refrigerator. I might have my beer and listen to it. Wow, TikTok is trying to force me to download the app to watch the video. Well, download the app. It's not the end of the world. Ooh, wine, good call. I know a lot of people love wine. They really do. It's very popular. Very expensive, too. I avoid it with the plague. It's not my thing. If I drink at all, which I don't much, but if I do, I drink beer. All right. I plan on listening to Joyce tonight. All right. Well, then I will keep this short. Um, my my great aunt went to New Zealand. Wow, as a missionary in 1875. Wow, Martha, that is a story. Wow, you've got to tell us more about that. How cool. Arlene, hello all. Hello, beautiful Queen Tori. Hello, Miss. Thank you. She was Irish. Wow, that's impressive. It really is. Does it matter to you? Not to me. I'm not sophisticated enough for wine, but am a total beer snob. Meaning you like beer or you don't like beer, or you only like certain beers. Martha, wow, did she stay here? That's early in our history. That is. That really is. 1800. That's something. She left from here and went there. Wow. I mean, she was in Ireland. That's right. So she went from Ireland, but still Ireland to New Zealand. I mean, that's a big. Your great aunt went to New Zealand as a missionary. I always wanted to be a missionary. That was my thing. That was my first thing. My boyfriend in high school went to Africa, and it ran the Peace Corps all the time I was in Scientology. He was in Africa, in Kenya, running the Peace Corps. And I always wanted to go. I did, but I kept thinking, well, he's going to have to come back and do OT3. Ah, I'm so mad at myself on that. That one was a bummer because I really wanted to do it. I did. But what have we have a lot of Irish and Scottish settlers and English. Hello, Miss meant hello, mods. It's okay, Arlene. Interesting that you have Irish, Scottish, and English. I like ginger beer too. Me too. And I didn't drink all through when I was in Scientology, which is like 30 years. But I got out. Right when I got out, I went with this guy named Dilbert Perkins. That was his nickname online. And he was one of the few people that would stand up for me in the beginning. Everyone was attacking me. And it was Andreas, Stacy, Bob, and Jesse, and Dilbert Perkins. And he would say, I think we should give Magoo a chance. Maybe she has something to say. So when I got back to LA, I wanted to meet him. I found out he was in LA, and I said, we got to get together. And we became best friends for about 10 years. It was really great. He's a very wonderful person. Yes, with her Irish. In fact, his partner, Andrew, was the one who got me into live streaming. He's the one who got me to go and watch Jessica Palmadessa on TikTok. So that's what happened. But they ended up breaking up, and he moved to the East Coast, believe it or not. Yes, with her Irish husband, Edward Bond. I can't find any New Zealand records about them. They didn't have kids. They used to write to my grandpa. Ooh, that sounds good. You've got to keep poking around on that. I think it was David that's on tonight that mentioned the Phil Hendricks show, right? Was it you, David? I found it online. I found it on YouTube. Let me see. Is David here? I think he is. I think he is the one. David Jenkins. I think it was you that mentioned Phil Hendry, right? And I looked him up on YouTube, and there he was. Oh my God. What a riot to see that. That's what the whole Yachty thing was based on, I think, was Phil Hendry's various different voices. Because I forget who I was talking to. I was talking to someone, and they said, oh yeah, I think it was Drew who said, yeah, he used to listen to him too. And Harold and Yachty used to listen to him too. It was very funny. used all these different voices, and it was all him all the time. It was really funny. Oh, Lord, now I remember Joy Villa. She was running for Republican congressman with Scientology help. It came out Joy Villa was a BDSM cam girl. What does that mean? You've got to tell us what a BDSM is. Cam girl, charming, awesome. So that was you, David. Takes me back to more innocent times. What does? What is BDSM? Somebody knows here. Rib guy, come on, tell me. Who was it? Who was it who wrote that? It's funny, oh Lord. The Elk of Antioch. All right, so tell me what BDSM is. .com. Was a BDSM cam girl. Oh, a cam girl, not .com. Or BDSM. Come on. A business development, sales, and marketing? That's what BDSM is? She was a cam girl? Charming? All right. Well, thank you, love it. If that's what it is, business development, sales, and marketing. Comment. A friend of ours spent a year foreign exchange student in Kenya. Ah, sweetheart. Got her into Scientology. First post was in standing order number 1 unit. Saw it was all a lie and left Scientology. Good for her. That's always good to hear. Ooh, wait. Tori, BDSM is short for bondage and sadomasochism. I knew it was something like that. I knew it was. And Lovett said it was marketing. Lovett, don't do that. Just tell me what it is. I knew it was something like that because it said cam girl. And that's when I thought, no, that's not, I don't think that's business marketing. So thank you for explaining that, Sophie. Bondage and sadomasochism. And she, bondage, domination, and sadomasochism. Okay. She was a bondage and gentleman's entertainment professional. We just watched a movie last night where a lady, apparently she got an Academy Awards for that. She was sort of like, that was really a good movie. Was her name like Aurora or something like that. It was really good. I think she was Russian. Anyway, it was really good. Bondage, domination, and I'm not sure about that. Sadomasochism. I'm sure that's it. Yeah. Yeah. Now she'll ask, what is MILF? Yep, that's BDSM. All right. The Elk of Antioch. Any docs to back that up? Would be interesting to see. Still haven't finished Joy's video. Oh, all right. Sorry, Tori, my friend uses that joke. Oh, okay. All right. I mean, I'm not shocked that a Scientologist would be into BDSM. I would never be shocked about anything with Scientologists. She explains how she got into it and got out of it. She's very brave. All right. I'll have to watch it later and hear her story. Yeah, me too. Hey, Sophie, it was good. Hey, Sophie, it was good to put a face to the name. I knew you guys would like that. Isn't she great? Osa will go crazy. Wait. Damn it. Come on. Also will go crazy with how many times Tori just said BDSM, 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 BDSM. And I know Scientologists, they're very weird. Not all of them, but is there any explaining Tom Cruise? Is any there? He seems vacant. He is vacant per his first wife. She said he is no sex. So go figure. Sophie, they are, and that's on you guys though, so because you gotta, it's like that's what the wife said. That's not what I'm saying. That's what the wife said about Tom Cruise. And he's your big hail Tom Cruise. It's like, okay, the guy's a good actor. I'll give him that. I don't like his big action-packed things, but I love some of the A Few Good Men and The Firm, those older movies. I love those. Those are fantastic. But it's hard for me to believe he did those and didn't wake up. It's like, what's the lady's name that she's in that one now? And everybody's like, how could she be doing this and not get that it's just like Scientology? It's a woman. I forget her name. They are one of the genealogy nuggets to crack. Elizabeth McKellen Bond and Edward Bond. Do you know how to search New Zealand genealogy? They may have been Plymouth Brethren Church, a cult. Ooh, interesting. Very cool. Nope, that's in Clearwater. They can stop little David from building Leah Hall. Leah Hall, that's funny. Martha, I can try. All right. Sieglin, it was on Wikipedia at one time, should still be on Google. I saw her photos and left nothing to the imagination. Wow. Sophie, it was great to see you on my screen. Yeah, I feel the same. I loved it. Kinky Boots. Was that? Yeah, Osa is already going nuts. I can see it. Joy's impression of Scientologists wording off storms approaching Clearwater is hilarious. 2 to 3 minutes into the video. Yeah, that's always a riot. Simon, thanks. And Wesley, they probably reserved 500 more hate websites. LMAO, acting my ass off. Love how they waste so much money. Not. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you, the Ilk of Antioch. I will check it out. Tom Cruise is all over TV. Entertainment news today for his new Mission Impossible movie. Yeah, those are the ones that I don't like. The Handmaid's Tale. That's it, Simon. Thank you. That's it. And what's the lady's name that stars in that? That's a Scientologist? It isn't Juliette Lewis. I forget what her name is, but people say, how could she be in that and not get that she's living that in Scientology? Tori shouting BDSM makes me laugh till I cry. BDSM, BDSM. See, it could be like FSM for Scientology field staff member. They're really BDSM. We could make a big sign. FSMs are really BDSM. I hope in Clearwater they can stop little David to build the LRH building. Elizabeth Moss, that's right. The Handmaid's Tale. Thank you, love it. Yeah. And people say, how can Elizabeth be part of that and not get it? But it's the same with Tom Cruise and The Firm. I mean, how could he not get that? Will and Jessica talked about how great it would be to have you at the testing center. Maybe you and Drew could go with Jess on the weekday. Well, we're going to go on the weekend. Drew works during the weekdays, so I can't go with him during the weekday. But I can go with him on the weekend. Martha, I know, right. Yeah, that'd be fun. I searched for videos about, I think we went there, though, didn't we? Just like last weekend or something. Drew and I we went to, yeah, we were there for May 5th. We were there and nobody was there. That's right. And Will and Jess came up. Hey, Tori, coming in late, but made it live. Hey, Tony, thank you. And then look up Cam Girl, Osa. 49ers for life. You are missing out on the action movies. Cruise is great. Okay. Osa loves anything pervy. Elizabeth Moss was A Handmaid's Tale. Remember Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men? Oh, yeah, that's right. I've watched plenty of Cruise's action movies, but Cruise himself just seems absent, vacant. Yeah, when he's acting, he's pretty good, but I agree. No way this video will be monetized with all the BDSM talk. Hey, it's a nickname. It could be for the business thing that Lovett mentioned. There you go. So someone has to prove that it means something else. Charles Patrick, I love Mad Men. Yeah, Mad Men was cool. It was. I think tomorrow is the ruling in Clearwater. Can't wait to hear. Not happening. Let's hope. Tom Cruise uses slave labor. Yeah. To take care of his house, etc. Cruise is not a great guy. Now, I can correct that because I knew two public that worked for Tom Cruise. They weren't Sea Org. Now, it may have changed, and so maybe it is now Sea Org. But in my day, in the 90s, two of my friends who were OT8s went to work for Tom Cruise. One was in the kitchen, and one was to help with the car and, fix it kind of things. And she said he was awful. He was just awful. And it really ticked her off that, they hired them because they were class 8s, and then he treated them like nothing and never gave them any bonuses or anything. So she quit. I think the husband may still be there. I've been watching a bit of the Diddy trial. Yeah. Love it. Me too. Was just watching some of Mad Men Screen 7 on Prime Video. Oh, that's good. That's good. Very good. All right, you guys. Well, thank you for coming on. I think we all have to go because we've got to watch Joy's 2-hour video, I guess. YouTube watcher, hey. It's been a while since I caught live. You guys did a great job blocking those trolls. It was really nice, paced, and fun chat. Yeah. Love it. Did a good job, and Sophie too. Charles Patrick, I've seen all of it so many times. Perfection. There you go. I'll rewatch it, Joy. I'll rewatch Joy. Okay. Thanks. YR Watcher. Okay. And Charles Patrick, love it. So Charles Patrick, or no, it was David that mentioned Phil Hendry, though, right? Am I right on that? Because you said yes, but I didn't know if you were saying yes to that or yes to something else. Have a great night, all. Doesn't matter to you, not to me. I love that nickname. Thank you again for your memberships and being so kind, Rib Guy. Okay, thank you, David, for letting me know. Yes, ma'am, that was you. Because it means a lot to me that you knew that. I mean, no one in 24 years has known that name. So I'm happy that you mentioned it. It really means a lot to me. Thank you, Tori, for another delightful chit chat. BDSM, Bunky destroys Scientology memes. There you go. See, that's the real definition of it. There you go. Bunky destroys Scientology memes. All right. Okay, and with that, we will end. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the night and tomorrow. Good night, everyone. May the force be with you, and stay suppressive and happy. Cheers.